President Uhuru Kenyatta can commit all political mistakes in this country. But there's one mistake which the president cannot allow to happen. Uhuru Kenyatta cannot allow William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga to work together. It serves his interest if the two are separate. So Uhuru Kenyatta will do everything possible within his power to ensure that the deputy president is on one side and Raila Amolo Odinga is on the other side. And if these two gentlemen were to come together, then they'll only come together under the terms of the president. For example, the president might decide today to reconcile with his deputy. And after reconciling with his deputy, then force Raila Amolo Odinga to work with Ruto. That's the only condition the president can allow the two gentlemen to work together. The president has already betrayed his deputy, and I'm not ruling out the possibility of him betraying Raila Amolo Odinga. If he were to betray Raila Amolo Odinga, what Uhuru will do, he will reach out to his deputy so that they work together. And last week was a very interesting week, especially towards the end. Junet Mohammed caused a huge storm in this country. Junet Mohammed accused the police of aiding ANC party candidate in Matungo by-election. Basically, what Junet was saying was that the deep state supported the deep state supported the ANC candidate in Matungo. And then over the weekend, James Orengo also came out. And Otienda Molo. Before that, there was a comment by Moses Kuria of a possibility of Raila working with Ruto. And then again, Oburu Odinga, who is the elder brother to Raila Amolo Odinga, also didn't rule out the possibility of Raila Odinga working with William Samoei Ruto. And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, all these things we witnessed last week were pointing to something. So on Sunday, which was yesterday, the ODM brigades convened a mega rally at the Kamkunji grounds in Kibra. Kamkunji grounds is historic for Raila Amolo Odinga. Anytime Raila Odinga is cornered, politically speaking, in this country, he always retreats to Kamkunji. And President Uhuru Kenyatta was not going to allow that meeting to proceed. So Uhuru Kenyatta placed a phone call, a 40-minute phone call to Raila Amolo Odinga on Saturday night. And they discussed several issues. So in this video today, I want us to look at why the president had to call Raila Amolo Odinga to cancel the rally at Kamkunji grounds. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your comments. Now back to the main issue. And today I'll try to be very brief. Why do you think the president intervened to have the rally at Kamkunji grounds cancelled? In my considered opinion, the president intervened because of 5 reasons. Number one, the first reason is the Building Bridges Initiative referendum. Let me ask you guys a very simple question. Who do you think between Raila Amolo Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta stands to lose more if the BBI referendum is defeated? I want your honest answer before I proceed. Who do you think between the president and Raila Odinga is likely to lose more should the BBI fail? In my considered opinion, it is the president. Why? President Uhuru Kenyatta is using the Building Bridges Initiative process to fix the issues or the politics of the larger Mount Kenya region. And apart from that, it would be on record that the president also presided over a process which failed. And Raila Odinga, it could be a blessing in disguise for him. Why am I saying so? It's a fact that the NASA or Raila Odinga strongholds are not the biggest beneficiaries when it comes to the Building Bridges Initiative process or referendum. Raila Odinga is well aware of that fact. His supporters are well aware of that fact. In fact, Raila Odinga supporters are supporting the Building Bridges Initiative process because of the fact that Raila Odinga is supporting that initiative. If Raila Odinga were not supporting that initiative, I'm 100% certain that 80% of Raila Odinga supporters would today be at the forefront dismissing that report. So the president is keen on rescuing the Building Bridges initiative from collapse. Junet Mohammed, James Orengo are accusing Karanja Kibichu of undermining the Building Bridges initiative process. I once opined on this platform that when Uhuru Kenyatta made those noise, the alleged research, it was not because the handshake was not popular there. Uhuru Kenyatta was making those noise because Karanja Kibicho had refused to release money to the political class to go outside there and sell the Building Bridges initiative process. In fact, during that time, I advised Karanja Kibicho to release money for the Building Bridges initiative process. But again, the president fixed that. He went to Sagana. A lot of money has been used on selling the Building Bridges initiative process in the larger Mount Kenya region. And the people in that region have actually embraced this handshake. So the president made that call to Raila Odinga so as to save the handshake from collapse. So that's number one. Number two, I think it's about the 2022 politics. Uhuru Kenyatta is facing the biggest dilemma in his political career. He has declared he's not going to support his deputy. And Uhuru Kenyatta is also not keen on supporting Raila Odinga. But there's a challenge. Ruto and Raila can work together. But again, that's not his biggest problem. His biggest problem is which team, which combination can actually defeat William Samoei Ruto. Karanja Kibicho, being a civil servant, is also keen on serving his interest. If Ruto takes over, Karanja Kibicho is going home. If Raila Odinga takes over, his position is not really guaranteed. But if he can help Gideon Moi, if he can help Musalia Mudavadi become the president, if he can help Kalonzo Musyoka become the president, then one thing is clear. He might still serve as the interior or even as the head of the public service. But who can defeat Ruto? The answer is, as things stand today, the only person is Raila Amolo Odinga. And that's why the president had to place that call to Raila Amolo Odinga. I want you to listen to this guy explaining this so well.
Praying for him that to remain strong. But if it was the way we see him, Baba himself, mwenyewe, he will run, not because it's a big tree people are going under him. Yeah. He really wants to be president or to be compensated for running for presidency. One of the two. But he will be running. And when he runs, I have always said, he is the only person who can stop Ruto from being president. These other guys, these ones, if you left them with the chief's chicken seller, he will munch them. He will swallow them. The only person who has the charisma, the support, and the strategies on Raila, maybe it is only age has eaten part of it. But you give him Wetangula, he'll just take that one for breakfast. Give him Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, that one will be 10 o'clock Mutura. And then Musalia Mudavadi, lunch. So if they fear the son of Sugo is so hard, I think they have to coalesce under Raila. Even President Uhuru, now that he has kicked around his deputy and their enemies, then I'm telling you now, yeah, if he's not running or if he's not taking a new position, he has to take cover under somebody. And that
Number three, I think the president is also keen on the handshake. So anything which can lead to the collapse of the handshake, I don't think the president can allow. Assuming this rally was allowed to proceed, I am sure certain leaders would have been asked to even go hard on the president, to even go hard on Karanja Kibicho, which means the relationship between Raila Odinga and the president were going to deteriorate. The president intervened because handshake is one of his legacy projects. The handshake is being quoted across the country, across Africa and across the world as the best thing. And many countries are actually trying to borrow from the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Last year, the president and Raila Odinga were invited to the United States of America, specifically because of the handshake. So handshake is very important to the president. The mere fact that James Orengo spoke, and Orengo is one of the legal advisors to Raila Odinga, the president was concerned. The mere fact that Junet Mohammed spoke, Junet Mohammed is equals to Raila Odinga. He was the only member of parliament who was present when Uhuru and Raila had the handshake. So the president, in my considered opinion, reached out to Raila Odinga through that phone call to try and save the handshake. Handshake is one of his legacy projects. Number four, which I think was also discussed, is the issue of Kenya One Alliance. Gideon Moi is emerging as a serious threat to other presidential candidates. Musalia Mudavadi and Kalonzo Musyoka are also emerging. Who is the force behind them? Of course, Raila Odinga has intelligence that Karanja Kibicho is behind these guys. So the question is, Uhuru Kenyatta also needs to work with these people. He needs to work with Gideon Moi to checkmate William Samoei Ruto in the larger Rift Valley. He needs Musalia Mudavadi for Western Kenya. He also needs Kalonzo Musyoka for Ukambani. So probably, I'm sure the president explained to Raila Odinga the situation he finds himself in and why the moves by Karanja Kibicho should not worry him. And probably Raila Odinga also explained to him his concerns over whatever is happening currently. And lastly, another thing which I think was discussed was the role of Raila Odinga in government. Must have been discussed and very important. Karanja Kibicho, because there was this statement that attacked the police, that the police aided ANC. That Orengo was saying senior government officials have already decided on who they want to be the next president. So the question is, was Uhuru wrong to allege that Raila Odinga has the system? If it was wrong that they don't have the system, then it means the role of Raila Odinga in government must be redefined. So when Uhuru called Raila Odinga, probably Raila Odinga demanded his role in government to be explained to him. Because so far, Raila Odinga is already carrying the burden of this government. And if he's carrying the burden of this government, and his role in the government is not clearly defined, then what is he doing in government? Appointments are being done. The secretariat, which is running the BBI, where Uhuru is a partner, Raila is a partner, funding is not even made available to them. That project is being taken away from the secretariat, which was a political process, now away to the Karanja Kibicho Harambe House. Then I'm sure Raila Odinga needed an explanation on his role in government. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. I could be right, I could be wrong. Why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta placed that call to Raila Odinga at night, 40 minutes? Let me hear your comments. And again, if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button. And to the subscribers, please share this video with your friends. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.